Hey everyone, with the holiday season upon us, we will be making this beautiful fireplace hanger for our December sew-along. This project involves creating various elements: a top panel, bottom panel, side borders, flip side borders, top and bottom borders, and corners. Today, I'll guide you through the stitching out process of the bottom block and also the construction of the fireplace hanger for the most comprehensive understanding on the creation of your project. It's essential that you refer to your detailed photograph written instructions alongside this video tutorial. Also, check out December Sew-along Facebook group for all the competition details and to find the 30% discount code you can use at checkout. The link for that Facebook group will be in the description of this video. If you found this video tutorial helpful on creating your very own fireplace hanger, please like, subscribe, and share the video with your friends. Without further ado, let's get started. Let's delve into creating the bottom panel using an embroidery machine. Follow these step-by-step instructions for a fantastic result. Begin by hooping up cutaway stabilizer in the hoop and loading the design onto your embroidery machine. Use applique scissors to trim the batting and fabric. Place batting 1 on top of the hoop and stitch it down. Trim the excess batting about 1 to 2 millimeters from the stitching. Stitch the placer lines for the background. Place fabric A right side up, covering the batting, and stitch it down. Trim the excess fabric about 1 to 2 millimeters from the stitching, leaving the excess in the seams. Embroider the leaf quilting, then repeat the stitch down process for the legs of the fireplace using fabric B. Trim the excess fabric about 1 to 2 millimeters from the stitching, leaving the excess in the seams. Then embroider the details on the legs. Next, repeat the applique process for the surround using fabric C. Embroider the decoration on the surround. Repeat the applique process for the firebox using fabric D. Embroider the flames in the order of yellow, orange, and then red, as shown in the reference photo here. Then embroider the outer decorative frame and the inside satin stitch around the firebox. Then embroider the glass door frames, handles, damper, vents, and satin stitch around the legs. Repeat the applique process for the floor using fabric E. Embroider the floor details and satin stitch along the floor. Then, proceed to embroider the rest of the fireplace tools and logs and the other details. Once again, repeat the applique process with the hearth using fabric F. Embroider the optional mouse details now. After completing all the embroidery, remove the panel from the hoop and trim the seams to about 1/2 inch. Hold it aside until all your blocks are made. Well folks, I hope this part of the tutorial was informative, and well done so far. Now we'll move on to the construction of our hanger. Alright, now I'm excited to guide you through the process of joining quilt blocks step by step. Let's dive right in. First, organize your quilt blocks in the order you wish to assemble them. Grab your first 2 blocks and ensure their right sides are facing each other. Now, let's pin these blocks together along the edges. Make sure to align the edges evenly before sewing. Using a 1/2 inch seam allowance, stitch just inside the border lines on the panels. Open the seam and press it flat with an iron to set it neatly. Repeat the process of the remaining blocks in the row. Once your horizontal row is complete, it's time to join them together. Align the right sides of the rows and pin the edges securely, matching the seams. Stitch the seams just inside the previously stitched borderlines, ensuring a clean finish. Open out the seams and press them flat for that professional touch. And there you have it. Your quilt blocks are beautifully joined and ready for the next step of your project. In this next segment, we'll be adding loops for hanging to our project. Let's get started. Take our fabric G for the loops. Fold the two longer edges widthways and sew a small 1/2 inch seam to create a tube. Open the seam and using the tip of the iron, press the seam open. Turn the loop through to the right side and press flat. Leaving the joining seam in the middle of the underside of the loop. Edge stitch or top stitch if desired. Then, cut the loop in half to create 2 loops. Fold each loop in half lengthways, iron and clip to secure. Machine baste the edges together and then repeat for the other loop. Make sure the bobbin is the same colour as your top thread. Then ensure the loops are even or trim them to the desired length. Then pin both loops to the hanger. We've chosen to place the loops 2.5 inches from the border of the hanger. Adjust based on your hanger type. Now stay stitch the loops in place to secure them. And there you have it. Your loops have been added to your project. Your project is ready for the backing. Now crafters, let's move on to cutting the backing for our project. Here's how it's done. Place fabric H backing on your table with the right sides facing up. Position your sewn hanger on top of fabric H, ensuring their right sides are together. Pin the layers in place, leaving an opening of about 6 inches for turning. Stitch a 1/2 inch seam sewing just inside the border lines already on the panels, while remembering to leave the opening for turning. Then trim the seams to a 1/4 inch and 1/2 inch at the opening for easier hand stitching later. Then clip the corners to create sharper points when turned. Turn the project right side out through the opening using a tool like that pink thing or a chopstick to help push out the corners. Then press the project flat with an iron. Now we will hand stitch the opening closed, or you could even use fabric glue for an alternative method. These next two steps are optional. Edge stitch the outer edges of the borders. Ensure your bobbin matches the backing fabric. Stitch in the ditch to reinforce the main seams. Ensure the bobbin thread matches the backing fabric and use an invisible thread or matching colour on top for an invisible finish. Stitching in the ditch provides an invisible finish on the front while being visible only on the back side of the project. Your wall hanger is now complete and ready for display. Well everyone, thank you for joining me through this exciting fireplace hanger project. From embroidering the intricate details to joining the quilt blocks and adding loops for hanging, we've covered every step in creating this festive piece. Remember, the detailed photograph-written instructions provided alongside this video are essential for a comprehensive understanding of each stage of this project. Be sure to check our December Solong Facebook group for exclusive discounts and competition rules. Find the link in the video description. Thank you so much for the likes and subscriptions. They mean the world to us and help us create more fantastic tutorials for you. I hope this tutorial has been both enjoyable and helpful in creating your own fireplace hanger. Happy crafting, and may your holidays be filled with creativity and joy. Don't forget to share your beautiful creations with us. Until next time, happy stitching.